God, the song's dope. How's it going, everybody? So, I thought to kill time I'd do an Instagram live. It's been a long ass time. New item. I usually don't buy molds, but I bought the new. Also, let me know if you can't hear. The open water swim jig. The new Do It Molds mold. So you get a 1/2 ounce, 3/8, and 5/16. The 5/16 is kind of why I wanted to buy it. But you get your 3/0, your 4/0, your 5/0 hook. And I also was like messing around with it. The 3/0 will fit in every single cavity, and the 4/0 will fit in the 2 heaviest cavities. This is something that you would ever get, but not gonna lie, I usually don't fish swim jigs much. I usually just fish like the naked swim bait, like on a ball head or something, but I don't know, I haven't bought a mold in a long time. I also painted up a couple. So these are what they look like when they're done. So I did 2 5/16 with, I did 3 5/16 with the 3/0 hook. Then I did 2 of the bigger ones, the 4/0 3/8. But these are like the colors I made. This one is black with like a hot orange bottom, matte black. So these also have little I don't know what these are. Little spots for eyes to go in. I got a bunch of eyes for ice fishing, so I tried to like match the colors with eyes, I guess. I don't know. This is kind of cool. This was a powder blue chrome. I mixed them, so it's like a shining blue whatever. The throat. We got orange, and then the top's got a little bit of green pumpkin on it. So these do have weed guard holes in them. And I was planning on doing the wired weed guard on these. I do this color a lot, but just chartreuse and green pumpkin. This is probably like the craziest color I did. But this is June bug with chartreuse on the bottom. It's kind of cool. Dirty watercolor, maybe. This is a watermelon pepper color with white on the bottom. So maybe we could mess around and tie up some swim jigs, kill some time. I also got these. These are like the 3D embossed slaps. I don't know if you can tell, but they're 3D. I don't know. I might throw these on the website. I don't know, but they're pretty cool. They're 4x4. You could like feel texture on them from Sticker Bros. Pretty cool. That's new. There's a lot of new stuff going on, but I just haven't been on social media much. How are you guys doing? Also, I think at the same time of tying these up, I want to try some thread that I've never tried before. Because I've been going to like Thorn Brothers to buy thread, and all the Vivis thread that I like, the Vivis 150 and the 200 are sold out all the time. Well, not all the time, but a lot of the time because I buy a shit ton of them there. So I got some Semperfli Classic Wax thread 3/0. I do not know the terminology of thread very much. Nano Silk 200D. So I'm curious how this thread is, how strong it is compared to the Vivis stuff I have. So this is Danville 210, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this one, it says waxed Flymaster Plus, and I don't know what the difference between that and the original 210 is. Maybe all the 210 is like that. So yeah, that's different. Like the original Danville 210 is flat wax nylon, and it's got like a green sticker on it. So if you fish or jig tires, you've probably seen the Danville 210. It's kind of, I don't know, is that a standard thread? I don't like the strength of it, but you can see, holy shit, my whole thing almost fell over. The majority of the thread I use is white and black, Vivis 100, 150, and 200. So I have a ton of that. That stuff is the strongest thread I've ever used. And it lays flat, and it doesn't bulk up. I have this Kevlar thread, but it bulks up. I don't know. That's kind of like my preference. But yeah, Hairline sells these cases in case you want a nice thread case. Bam. And also I have a bunch of just like, I don't know, bobbins that are pre-loaded up with different colors. But majority, I always have a 150 and a 200 bobbin. And I don't know the brand of these bobbins, but they're pretty pricey, and I actually like them a lot. TMCO is the brand of these. I forgot the guy's name that turned me on to these, but they're definitely noticeably better. They're stronger and they feel good. So right now, I'm gonna actually throw on some of this like Semperfly shit. Another thread I have is this PB3 140 Vivis. Like, I have no idea what that means at all. I assume it's like a 150 size. But I'm curious how strong it is. And this one is in this like light olive color. So maybe I'll tie this olive color on and do that green pumpkin jig quick. And yeah, I'm curious too if these new swim bait heads can be used as bladed jigs or not. I don't know how they keel in the water, if they're like balanced in the water. I'm also like in our cold room right now, so I have a space heater on, so it might sound loud. But yeah, I figured the football games that were on weren't that exciting, so I'd hop on. Alright. PB3 Vivis 140, let's test this out. Maybe this will be my new favorite thread I ever used. Alright. So this is kind of weird too, like none of the Do It Molds jigs are really intended to be tied on, at least that's how I feel. Like all these molded barbs are meant for like pushing plastic on and then like putting on a rubber band holding silicone skirt, I guess. Ooh yeah, look at that. Nice. So yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I kind of want to modify the mold so this barb section is flat and I can just tie away on it. And then another part of me wants to like make my own jig and go through that whole, process of getting a CAD drawing made for it. I don't know, one day. Who knows? I feel like my hobbies are just like, they turn on and they shut off for months. I also had music on, so I might get banned or muted completely. We'll see. So since this is a swim jig and it's gonna have a trailer on it likely, I'm going to tie in a bait keeper. Mono bait keeper like I do on a lot of my jigs that aren't my hair craw jigs. So far it's pretty strong though. I don't really care or pay attention to the cost of thread either. Cause I don't know, like, if it's $1 or $2 difference, then it's not going to really matter. In my opinion. Unless this is like what you do all day. You're just tying jigs like crazy all day, then maybe. It's pretty strong because I'm really pulling on it hard. Yeah, maybe I'll take these out for a swim test tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I just bought my first P5 rod. So now that is in there. So this is also going to be another test of like how easy these heads are to tie with or tie on because they have the molded keepers on them. I feel like I'm talking really fast, by the way. I also need to figure out what I want to do with this as far as like patterns and stuff. Yellow light, white light, yellow light. Please fix my skin look pink instead of white. Alright, so there's two different sections of the barb here because it's just how it's made. So just looking at this right away, I could tell that this might be difficult. If I put any hair on it, usually I'm putting hair on it right away as the first layer. But if I put hair on this next section, the hair is gonna splay out a lot. So in order to kind of combat that, I have to thicken this up, and the only way that I've found to thicken that up is either you keep threading it or you put chenille on it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of chenille on it, and it's not gonna be an indent for a barb here. I haven't streamed on Instagram in forever. I've been streaming on Twitch, but I haven't been doing fishing stuff on Twitch, but maybe. I don't know how that would go. So I thickened up the first section. I'm gonna, yeah, this thread also broke. So that's cool. So I gotta fix that. So I found out that I like the Vivus better, the GSP better than this so far. So that's why you experiment and mess around. I don't know when I got this spool. I probably just bought it to try it out a long time ago. But it's fine if you break off. Just kind of go over that section a couple times and use common sense. Get that thread back in there. Alright, so I think since it's so thick, I'm going to put feathers on it and not hair, because if I put hair on it, it might be too thick. So I'm going to put some kind of like dark olive or light olive marabou feather on here. Oh, yeah. Shit's bright. I don't know, like, I can't really tell how many people are in here who's talking, so sorry if someone is. Yeah. I feel like different colors of marabou have different, like, they behave differently. And I feel like light olive has, like, not as much, like, pointed ends on it than, like, black would. I do not know why. I'm also probably done fishing from a kayak this year. I'll be ice fishing. Getting my ice fishing shit together. I've learned through the years as well that just a couple of wraps is enough to hold most material down. So I'm probably gonna have like one more pinch of this, and like this is like trash now, because these lengths are not like consistent. I don't know. Not the biggest fan of using that part. Wish I could have like a TV in here. Just have the game on while doing this. Alright, so my first layer of material is pretty much there. Marabou feather. Probably should put flash in there because it looks cool. Space heater burning my foot. So we're gonna use chartreuse flash on the sides. You can see the fan is blowing all the shit everywhere. So I'll do some flash, then I'll put silicone on. Like, I feel like being a swim jig, you should have silicone. It's fucking Sunday today, so I've worked tomorrow. So I'm gonna go the same length as the feathers. Put flash. Another strip. And silicone. Kind of want to go dark with the silicone though. Let's do. I have a whole drawer full of like green pumpkin shades of silicone. It's sad. There's so much. Oh, this is a nice color. Green pumpkin chartreuse candy Barlow's. We'll do that on here. We'll do one tab and see how that looks. I'm gonna break it in half and do 2 halves. Let's eyeball this. Boomski. That's kind of messy, but this fan's not helping. Really good. Alright, so I have this. I think we're pretty much done here. So this thread, I don't know, 7 out of 10, probably wouldn't buy it again. It's not bad, but there's better options. Venus also, The Vivus GSP also comes in black and white only. So maybe if I really wanted olive thread, I'd use this, but I will say it's better than the Danville stuff. This will look pretty good. After eyes and the weed guard. So this is 5/16, so close to a quarter ounce. So there's the first one. Obviously when it's wet, it'll be different. But... So there's some flash in there. This will be natural color. Cool. I'll take pictures of them and make a post of all of them probably. But swim jig, nothing crazy. Yeah, I don't know if a bladed jig would work with these very well. If anything, the 1/2 ounce one, but I kind of fucked up on it. Anyways, personal use. I gotta figure out what I want to do with this black and orange one. So this thread, I'm gonna probably, I don't know, put it away. For a long time. Yeah, I've been getting like a decent amount of orders, but they haven't been for like stuff that I make a lot. Mostly like net heads and stuff. Yeah. Kind of want to do this black and orange one. This is going to be the hardest one. But maybe I'll do bucktail on this one. Just a straight bucktail swim jig on this. I don't know. Might work. So it's going to splay out a ton if I don't put chenille in here. And this one, I'm going to do the 150 Vivus. Actually, I'm not going to. We gotta try one of the new ones. We're gonna go with the Semperfli 3-aught classic wax and see how that works. So this stuff is like not silky at all. It's like a dry thread. So we'll see how this goes. I could already tell it's probably gonna build up a lot. But here we go. Like, I don't know. I feel like people that do like fly tying and stuff, like, they must have like way stronger opinions on thread. So with like bass jigs, you just kind of keep it simple, I feel. But like thread that builds up and that's round thread, that's not flat thread, like I don't understand why that would be a preferred thread. Maybe we can like drink and have like weird conspiracy theory conversations. How is like the jig making industry been in the last few years? feel like it's been kind of stale. Not a lot of like new crazy stuff has happened or changed. Like I'm still doing like most of the stuff that I was doing in 2019, 2020. You know, stuff that works. There's not like a lot of like new biggest thing when it comes to like jig time. Who knows? Wonder how my fantasy team's doing. I also feel like anybody that follows me on Instagram doesn't have a Twitch account. Does anyone watch Twitch? So yeah, I feel like this thread's gonna freaking snap on me. We'll find out. It's very thin. 3-aught. I do not know the terminology of these threads. If I could just pull on this, it'll snap. Alright, this one's gonna be bucktail. Alright, we're definitely gonna need black. And a sheet on the back. Yeah, I got this. I never opened it. Deer hair black. Primo deer hair. I've never bought a Primo strip before. So this should last me like a long time. Before I was getting these like patches. But I didn't like the quality of the hair on the patch. So they claim to be Primo, so we're gonna try it out. There's like a dead bug in here. Like, is that like a flea or something? Anyways, I gotta get some black hair. Where's all my stuff? There we go. Yeah, so I do have to bulk this up, otherwise this hair is just gonna look like a cone. This is like really soft hide. Dude, this color is dope. This powder blue chrome color. Yeah, that's cool. It's really great. I gotta do more like chrome stuff. Yeah, I'm not using like a hair stacker with this. I just kind of take the longest hairs and pull those out. Keep doing iterations of that. Longest hairs, pull them out. Line them up with the rest. Longest hairs, pull them out. Line them up with the rest. I don't want like a straight line. I want it a little bit staggered. I guess just find a length that you like. And the tighter you tie these in, the more it could splay. And I just broke this thread. Thread sucks. So I don't recommend the Semperfli Classic Wax, guys. Throw that on the floor. Here's the Nano Silk 200D. try that next. I know the Vivus will work, but let's experiment a little bit. When else am I going to do this? Alright, Semperfli Nano Silk. Let's try this out. It's definitely feels like GSP. This shit's pretty nice. It's flat, which I like. I wonder if it's thicker than the GSP. Bro. I feel like the GSP is a lot thinner. It's a lot flatter and thinner than this. Anyways, try to tie some shit on here. Yeah, if you're like tying in hair, like deer hair, you do have to pull a little bit on the bottom. If your thread breaks, it shouldn't. It's not fun. I'm pulling pretty hard on this and it's not breaking, so I don't even know if you can see that, but it's splaying out a little bit, which is fine, but longest hairs. At least for what I do for my jigs, a hair stacker is just a waste of time, or it doesn't really make any difference. Just doing bucktail jigs. It's a hot take. Also, like when I'm painting jigs, I feel like you only really need the cup of paint. Like you don't need like the air, I don't even know what it's called anymore. You know, when you pressurize the air into the powder, what is that called again? I forget. But that's definitely easier to not make mistakes, but it's definitely not needed. I want to think of that word. Okay. So far this thread's holding up pretty good. I don't know if this is like more harder to find than the Vivus GSP or not, but it's gotta be like the most boring conversation talking about threads. So, I don't know. I might just keep it all black, honestly. I don't know. If I put a little orange on the bottom, I guess I could, but it's extra work for not a lot of like difference. We'll see. If I could fish today, I would just fish with like a dark sleeper or a spark shad with the Okashira head. Like, Super simple. I haven't like drop shot much in this fall time, or like the fall winter transition. It's probably gotta work pretty well. Drop shotting, just slow. Shit. I'm gonna do orange and I'm gonna do black on top of the orange. This is more of like a rust brown. I got a match. It's a little strip of orange left. Finally found its way into a jig. This is way nicer bucktail than the black stuff. It's kind of a shit ton of hair though. I might use half of it. Gonna use half of it. Good job, thread. You get a lot more room to tie too with the swim jig than you do on like a football head. Can't really mess up on these. Boom. You can barely see the orange now. It's fine. You like it? No flash, just straight black. A little orange. We'll try that thread on the next one too. Yeah. Wasn't there a jig that was like super similar to this that Do It has a mold for? Like the head literally looks the same. I forget what it's called. Anyways, this one's done. Jig. Throw a trailer on there. Call it good. Also, for this mold, like they made a specific hook for this mold that was the brand, the Victory hook brand that was made for this. But I used, these were an equivalent that worked, the 3/0 and the 4/0 Mustad. And I think we all know Mustad's way better hooks than Victory hooks are. These are pretty similar to the standard wire Mustad hooks that I've used. But yeah, these fit in the mold fine. There's like a little flashing with the lead when you mold it, but not that bad. But I definitely go Mustad over Victory. every time if you can help it. So these all must have hooks. So let's make a weird one. This is the June bug in the chartreuse color. Maybe I'll just do silicone with similar colors. Just straight silicone, no hair on this one. I'm gonna put like metal weed or metal bait keeper on it instead of a mono one. Mark Andrews, something. And we'll use this Semperfly Nano Silk 200 on this jig too. It's easier to put one of these metal keepers on here. These things. Good enough. So that was a lot easier than doing a mono keeper. Cool. This one's gonna be quick. All silicone. So I should have some June bug stuff. Let's see. June bug, literally. It's a sad song. I'm gonna put a whole tab of this shit on here. Actually, I'll do it last, but I'll put that all over. Green chartreuse. Since this has like green metallic in it, I'm gonna do this chartreuse with chrome metallic in it. Don't know when I'd ever use this color, so perfect time. Yep. This is gonna be a very loud color, or a loud pattern. Super easy to tie these jigs, so. This would be a good dark water. I'm trying not to fuck this up. I think there's a lot of chartreuse there, but I don't really care that much. Maybe I'll just give them away. It's like the last thing I need right now is more lures and jigs. I still have like I have this pegboard, but this pegboard doesn't include my soft plastics. I was thinking about doing just like a big Facebook marketplace sale. Just like thin out like a third of it all. This jig's done. Could have put flash in it if I wanted, but I'm curious what the weed guards and the eyes will look like on these. Let's see. The fuck? It's like, it's weird, this chartreuse colored skirt is like, you can tell it's cheaper than the skirt on top. And you can tell because it like flails out more. I don't think anyone would notice that, but this, I got this shit off like Temu or something, dude. This shit splays out. This top one's nice though. But yeah, I don't know. I got the green pumpkin, or not the green pumpkin, June bug chartreuse. That 30-degree hook is goofy. But yeah, maybe we'll do a swim test tomorrow. But yeah, you can tell like the chartreuse just it splays out more. It's I don't know. It's not as limp. Hey, what's up, Kuda? Dude, I've been in hibernation for a long time. How's it going? Kuda, I see you've been making a lot of jigs, man. How does it feel to be on the creator side? The making side. Have you enjoyed it? Alright, so we have 2 jigs left. We have the powder blue chrome, bluegill color. This thing will look good with eyes. And then the dark watermelon, or the watermelon white will make some. Yeah, I'm just doing a random video for these new the new open water swim jig. So I poured some up, tied some up, or poured some up, painted some up. We're just messing around with different threads and trying out new threads. I don't recommend the Semperfli Classic 3/0. That broke. Right now I'm using the Semperfli Nano Silk 200, and I actually like this right now. It's holding up well. It doesn't build up. It's strong. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of your jigs. Nice. 200. So this is Semperfli Nano Silk 200. And the reason why I have this is probably because I just saw it when I went to buy Vivus and they didn't have any left in stock. But so far so good. I don't know what the price of this is compared to that. But I guess if they are out of Vivus, or if I can't find it, like, this might be a good alternative. Yeah. I feel like it's not as flat as that, but it's not that much different. Like, it's pretty good. That's good. Alright, let's do this bluegill pattern. We'll do this boring watermelon one last. So I do like the smaller sized swim jigs. Alright, so this one we're gonna actually try with our colors. We'll go as realistic as bluegill as we can while having some kind of this powder blue in the color scheme. I don't know, but I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna put a bait keeper on here. Yeah, these like smaller ones these are cool. Donovan, what's up? We're just trying out some new swim jigs, new do-it mold, tying them up. Waking up out of my hibernation of no Instagram live in probably over a year, I would say. I just don't know what else I can do for like new stuff. I feel like you guys seen a lot of what I do. Right? I've been in hibernation on like other stuff too, so I do want to stream on Twitch soon. Probably next week, Wednesday, I'll probably do a Twitch stream. We'll see though. So do I want to do just silicone only on this? No. I kind of want to put some like some of this stuff in here. So this is like, it's like fake fox fur, but it's so soft. I'm gonna put that in there. First, bluegills have a lot of like dark black and dark colors in them. I think that would look good. I wonder how my team is doing right now. I need to get a laptop too, because I can't, there's a lot of stuff I can't see. And I need a laptop if I'm ever going to stream on Twitch with my fishing stuff. Alright, the hair is in, it's silicone next. So that is splayed out a lot, that fox fur, but it'll lay flat once it gets in the water. So, and it's very soft. All right. Need some kind of dark pumpkin green color here. Boom. This flash would look good too for this bluegill color. Still don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this. Alright, so we got some dark green pumpkin. I kind of want to try this. This is textured green pumpkin with black in it. Throw that shit on. Maybe a little bit of orange. Be cool. Yuck. Don't have a lot of orange. Let's see. Here you go. It's like striped though. This one's a little more subtle. So we're doing. I feel if I go stripe on bottom, I should go stripe on top too. But it feels like I'm half-assing it. Go. This is a new pack. Maybe it'll be that simple as I just do a tab on top, tab on bottom. How did I expect you to take this out? Like, here's a tab. Now you have this, like, the fuck is that? Anyway. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Doing some things. Okay. I think that will look good. I think I'm doing 3/4 on top, 3/4 on bottom, and then I'm going to put something else on top of each, top and bottom. To kind of break it up. Beautiful. All right. And if I had, oh yeah, this stuff. Some light blue, which I think I found some. I think that'll look really good. Good 1/4 on top and bottom and spread that out. That's going good. I think I'll put some epoxy eyes on these things tonight. And possibly epoxy weed guards in them. But in a day or two, they'll be photo ready. Nothing crazy though. Just a different style jig head. Same material. Shit. Alright, I think it's gonna look good. We'll see. Kinda of thick on the thread. Wide, I mean. All done. No flash. What is that? I'm hoping these colors blend together, and I think they're going to. I think they're gonna be good. Bro. How about I do this? There we go. Alright. It's pretty subtle, the colors. I don't know. It's a jig, man. Looks pretty good. It's hard to see, but we'll do a photo shoot and it will look good. I have to trim it a little better. I'll take it. Alright. Let's tie up this watermelon pepper white. This is a 1/2 ounce. Or wait, no, this is a 3/8 ounce. Big boy. 3/8. Nice, nice. I haven't bought a new mold in, I don't know, it feels like years since I had a new mold. Shit is hot in here. Okay. What do we want to do with this one here? I don't want to just use up the shit that's on my desk, honestly. Just random skirts. Might do that. There's like 7 different colors. Let's do a basic silicone swim jig on this. Might do the same metal bait keeper on here. Okay. Alright, it's gonna be a super basic one. Also, shout out to, I forget the name, brand of device I have. They gave me brand new components after I broke mine. Odyssey Spider. Good looking up. Alright. Damn, it's like the saddest playlist. A lot of skirt material here. A lot of skirt coming in. This is nice because all this spare skirting material is on my desk. I don't have to stare at it anymore. Kind of want to swim these tomorrow though. We'll see if I got time. It sucks because it's like dark after work. Alright. This thread is legit. How was that? Alright, she done. Alright, this one's got some orange and green pumpkin for the majority of it. It's a jig, man. Honestly, the first one I made, I probably liked the least. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it. That was the new mold. The new open water swim jig. Yeah. 3 sizes. 3/0, 4/0, 5/0 hooks. They call out for a victory hook, but there is a must-add equivalent that does fit well with these, confirmed. And that's the must-add 3288 6 NP black nickel. Boom. They work. Anyways, 5/16, 3/8 and a half. Outro. If you guys hopped in for whatever 2 seconds, appreciate it. Till next time. If you have any ideas for streams, let me know. I don't really have any ideas of what I can do here, but I do enjoy it. So if I come up with something, I'll try to do a live. But for the last 6 years, I've been doing, the same kind of style jigs, the finesse cross stuff, the hybrid stuff. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Even if you're here for a couple seconds, I appreciate it. Till next time, thank you.